Hey, everybody, it's Vitali, and we're back. And I thought that I would do this video to kind of give you an idea of what happened to that Mac Pro Clear build. It's just been really frustrating. Got the wrong case, right case is on back order. Was recording the build, and the audio wasn't as good as it should have been, and the video wasn't where I wanted it to be. But you know what? I'm gonna splice all that together and share it here now, because Linus Tech Tip and all those, they do it, they make it look so easy, and it's not from a content creation standpoint. We still don't have the build completed because the case is on back order, and this is it right here. And I started not to use this video because I was happy with it, but I promised that I wasn't going to do a test build and then tear it all back down and pretend like I was building it from scratch. So here it is. Let's cue to that video. Hey everybody, it's Vitali here at Red Bar Productions, Fire Conversion, and I'm back. And we finally get to start that Mac Pro build. Unfortunately, there's a couple of people that have beat me to the punch over on YouTube, here on YouTube, and that's okay. Stuff happens. I've got the case sitting there, and I've had to take the doors and everything. I had to inspect this case because when it got here, I guess Customs had pulled it out of the box, and when they put it back in the box, they didn't put any of the package stuff back in it. So it took a beating getting here, and fortunately, I got lucky and there's no damage to speak of. The glass wasn't broken. So while I had it apart, I thought I would look at it. Guess what? This motherboard don't fit this case. Fit the power supply shroud. So we're gonna have to stop right there. Be right back. Hey everybody, it's Vitali, and I'm back. And we started the Gigabyte build, and I ran into a problem with the case. It does not support ATX XL. I hate, this is the thing you run into, and I thought that I had written down all my research, but apparently I did not. So just remember, if you're getting the Gigabyte TRX 40 Designaire, that is an XL ATX. There's not a lot of options for that case, for that board, that use the 1600 watt power supply that I have. So today, we're going to start off by installing the processor, the SSD drives here on the motherboard. I'll switch over to that in just a minute. We're going to install the processor, the SSD drives, and the RAM. We'll get that done, and then the next episode, hopefully, we'll be installing this in the case and getting it up and going. So without further ado, let's introduce the participants. Our participants are the AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3960X. That's the 3rd gen. The RAM is the G.Skill Trident Z Neo. That is PC 3600 DDR4, 64 gigabytes. That's 4 16 gigabyte sticks. And then we have 4 1 terabyte NVMe PCIe SD drives. We got 4 of those. Those are going to go on the motherboard. We'll get them up there. And last but not least will be the Threadripper cooler. We will get this all installed, and then the next section will be installing all this in the case and powering it up and getting it going. I believe the first thing I'm going to do is actually install the processor itself. And there's videos that show you how to do this. I have never done it, so we are going to go through this. pedestal. I don't think we're going to need that mount, but it comes with one. They make it cool to open this. Unfortunately, I do not have it. There we go. We're going to set this to the side. Let me grab my phone. Okay. That's the overhead. To open it is, it is. Three. Two. One. Not be all the way up. There we go. We got it. These aren't all open like they're supposed to. There we go. I think we pull that out. That. Torque wrench. One. Two. I'll come back and do these till they click in just a second. A lot of times you'll have a problem if you don't get this done right. You'll have errors, or it may not boot up at all into code. I have to wonder if I've got a defective torque wrench because it's not clicking. That one did. That one did. That one did. Okay. We've got the CPU installed. We don't need this anymore. And I think just because they're handy, I'm going to go ahead and do the NVMe drive. Got 4 of them. Just stand back up. Now number three will go in first, which is this one right here, because it has a little screw that goes into the standoff. And then the fourth one is held in by the screw that holds the heat shield on. My eyes are bad. I can hardly see. Helps if I would turn that around the right way, would it not? There's one. Seated right. There we go. Y'all probably didn't hear that pop because I've got noise canceling on this microphone. So we've got all those installed. Got one left. Get rid of my trash. This one's a pain in the butt, but we'll get it. I got it first try. Look at that. So we got all four of the SSD drives installed on the motherboard. Next is going to be the RAM. Now I went with the G.Skill Trident Z Neo 3600 DDR4 that's optimized for the AMD Threadripper 3960X. So we're going to start with that. And there's a trick to this. I'm only using 4 sticks. So to make this work, if I remember correctly, make sure I've got it going the right way. Going to go in the first slot. In the third slot. Over on this side, it's going to go into the last slot. Make sure it seats good. Then you're going to skip a slot. There we go. And the last thing we're going to do today is the cooler. We are going to unbox that puppy. And I may just take a break and try to do a test fire here on the my jury rig bench. This is fun to get out. My question is, let's turn this around. You got to untangle everything here. I have not had this out, so got a mess going on. Now this one plugs up the RGB, and then the power is from the SATA, if I remember correctly. It comes with pre-applied heatsink grease. And it only goes on one way, just so you know. Okay, let's see if we can get them started. Hopefully it'll start. Looks like it.
Right side.
Hmm. Okay, apparently the back two started and the front did not. If you get one front one started and one back one started right, you won't have this problem. I see people doing their PC builds with power tools. I just don't do that. Good way to break stuff. Okay, we've got the basics done.
Now we need to go to.
I guess now would be a good time to make sure that I'm thinking right here. Really? Okay, this one goes to a fan hitter.
So
You go right here to the CPU fan. It's got two for the CPU. Struggling with my old tired eyes. You young fellas can probably have a better time with this. I hope you do. And then we'll figure out some way to tie that all up when we do the install. And this one goes to a SATA drive on the power supply. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, we've got the all four SSD drives installed. We've got the RAM installed. We've got the CPU installed. We've got the CPU still uh, basically installed. So we're going to take a break. And then when we come back, we are going to install the video cards and hook it up to the power supply and get a monitor over here and fire it up and see what we can do. I've just got to figure out how I'm going to show you all the screen when I'm in BIOS because uh, there's no way for me to capture that. All my video captures HDMI and my video card is DisplayPort. So I'm going to give that some thought and then we'll be right back. And I lost all the footage showing me installing the Titan Ridge add-on card, the video cards. It booted right up into the BIOS. I lost all the camera footage for putting it into BIOS, updating the firmware, installing Windows. It was just a cluster. Pardon my English. Everything that could go wrong as far as video production did. Trying to do all that by myself. My hats are off to anybody that puts together a smooth, polished video of a computer build or something like that. But I'm pretty sure that most of them are working with a lot more than I do. I'm just not going to make any more excuse about it. It didn't go right. The build went fine. All the problems were with getting the wrong case, not getting all the parts, me being old and blind as a bat, can't see, forgetting to switch the cameras and stuff. It was just a train wreck. The computer itself was wonderful. I mean, I'm using it right now. I'm actually using it to edit this video. This is a 30-minute video, and when I get it done, the last 30-minute video it rendered out in 3 minutes, which is crazy. I remember doing a 3-minute video 10 years ago, and it taken 13 hours to render it out, and that. Not even using all the graphics and stuff that we use today. It was crazy. And of course, then I burned up 3 laptops trying to do video production. And that gets me off into that conversation of, people online building these overpriced i5 computers and calling them high-end gaming computers, and they're not. They weren't high end when the i5 came out, and they're not now. And it makes me want to reach through the screen and slap somebody when they're trying to pass off an i5 as a high end gaming computer. And by high end, I mean it's an i5. It's got like a 1030 or 1050 Super in it, something like that. It's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a regular old platter hard drive. Low-end stuff, and they're trying to pass that off as a high-end gaming computer. It's just not. But we're going to get off that rant, and we're going to end the video here. Hopefully, the case, when it finally gets here, we'll do a little better job of, because the case doesn't have any fans, RGB controllers, anything in it. We're going to have to put all that together and install the motherboard, get everything hooked up. Hopefully, that production will go a little better. I'm trying to get a guy to come out and help me work the cameras and stuff, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. We'll see. Until then, this is Vitali here at Redmont Productions. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Have a good time. I'm out of here.